What seems like a pretty standard manga actually becomes a love letter to movies once you look close enough. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm the Average Otaku, and today I want to talk about a manga I never hear anyone talk about, Ender Geister. This manga is pretty unique as it's constantly referencing and quoting movies, which has made it a really enjoyable read for me. Let's look at its first chapter, for example. So this manga starts off in South Africa, where we see a human-like supernatural creature attacking a village. The creature's killing villagers with ease until a lady comes up to him and quickly subdues him. The lady gives the creature two options. She can either kill him, or he can choose to work for her as an exorcist. The manga flashes forward 10 years to the present, where we're introduced to our main character, who is presumably the creature from the flashback. He wakes up and gets a call to go on an exorcist mission to kill an ogre. During this mission, we see him fight different types of creatures such as goblins, an ogre, and even a witch. We also get a look at his powers, which involve him using a black mist to heal any of his injuries, as well as being able to create weapons with it. One of my favorite panels from this chapter involves the MC using a sniper rifle that he created to kill the witch as we see her reflection in the scope. After the mission is over, he gets assigned a new one to investigate a supernatural phenomenon in Japan, where he'll team up with the exorcist Chikage. So you might be thinking that this seems like a pretty regular first chapter for a manga and there's nothing really special about it. But let's look a little bit closer at the details in the chapter. If you look closer at the lady at the beginning of the first chapter, you can see that she's wearing a shirt with the 20th Century Fox logo, which is a movie production company. When our main character wakes up, if you look at the walls of his room, you can see many different movie posters, including Silence of the Lambs, Django Unchained, 12 Monkeys, and Pulp Fiction. While he's working out, we can see the movie Commando playing in the background. Later on, he talks about wanting to see an Ethan Hunt movie, referring to the Mission Impossible series. And when he shoots the witch, he says the famous Hasta la vista line from Terminator 2. Also, when he's told he's going to go to Japan for a mission, he's given the undercover name Akira Kurosawa, which is the name of a famous Japanese movie director. And finally, the name of this chapter is August 8th, which is the name of an action movie. In fact, all the chapters are named after movies. So we get all of these movie references in just the first chapter alone. It's quite clear from this that the mangaka is just really passionate about movies and wants to include his passion in his work. I think it's really cool that they can incorporate something that they love into their work, and as a massive movie fan myself, I really appreciate reading all these references. I've never really seen this before in a manga, especially not to this extent. It's a lot of fun trying to spot different references, and one really cool thing is that the translator group actually explains all these references at the end of each chapter in case you missed one or don't get it. I think these really help to elevate what would be an alright manga into something that's worth reading if you love movies. And that's not to say the story is bad, the story is definitely interesting enough. When Akira goes to Japan, he has to solve many mysteries, including the disappearance of his mentor, the appearance of a supernatural disaster, and finding the identity of a traitor within his organization. He also has to fight many different supernatural creatures, some highly talented hitmen, and some foes from his past. So it's got a decent story, solid art, and more importantly, it's full of movie references. And there's only two tiny problems I have with the manga. The first one is that there's a lot of fan service, especially unnecessary nudity. It just really doesn't need to be there and it can get a little annoying at times. I really wish it wasn't there and I could definitely see that as something that might put someone off from reading it. The other problem is that the chapters haven't been translated for a while. This one isn't really anyone's fault. This isn't really that popular of a manga, so I don't blame the translation group for not keeping up with it, but I really hope they do continue, especially the same group because I really do enjoy them and their reference sheet they put at the end of every chapter. Right now their translation's up to chapter 80 of the manga, which is about volume 9, but in Japan there's over 15 volumes right now. So yeah, the translators are quite behind. But who knows, maybe a video like this will help boost its popularity so it can get picked back up again. Well, that's pretty much it for the video. Are you interested in reading Ender Geister? Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you and bye.